you really like the cinematic mood and you would like to give this cinematic mood to your pictures, you probably don't know how to do it, especially if you start photography. You have seen a lot of cinematic pictures on social media, but you really don't know how to do it, or it takes too much time to try to reproduce the same mood, or you just watch movies. It's the best thing you can do. Like when you watch movies, you can find a lot of inspiration. And for sure, there are some movies that inspire you a lot. So if you want to give this exact mood to your pictures, it's really hard with your digital camera because it really gives a digital look, So if you want to give a more organic look to your pictures, to feel more cinematic, you need something specific. And this something specific is a plugin that I love using. It's called Enhancer Film. Let me show you how it works on my computer. Alright, so here we are in Lightroom with a photo taken of one of my clients in Paris, very nice streets, with an effect I really like here. I played with shutter speed, so I really like this photo. So here is the original picture. I didn't retouch it at all. So now I'm gonna show you in this picture how you can give it a film look, a cinematic look, and like a more organic look, because here when it's raw pictures it look like a bit digital look. So what you want is a more organic look to give it a more cinematic look. So I'm going to show you now how we can do it very easily with the Enhancer Film. So what you need to do is just to click right and go to modify with the Enhancer Lightroom plugin. Of course you will have this plugin after purchasing it on their website. Don't forget the first link in the description. You will get minus 10%. So here we are in the Enhancer plugin inside Lightroom. Here we have the picture. On the left panel you have different types of preset. We're not going to use preset, so let's go to the original picture and we're just going to go to profiles. So that's what is the most interesting with the Enhancer. So now we're gonna click on enable profile, and here you have different profile you can choose depending on your taste and what you would like to use. So I'm just gonna go to the color positive in order to have the film profile I like. So as you can see here, you have different film profiles that you can use depending on your taste. So I really like the first one, the Aqua Chrome RSX2 200. Here it's a very cinematic and organic look, a little bit vintage. I really like this kind of editing. After choosing your film profile right here, you see that you already have a certain mood in your photo. So here on the right is the same thing with the plugin for videos. I don't know if you already heard about the Enhancer Pro. I've made a video about that. If you haven't seen it yet, I just put the link up there. Just click on it, put the video on your favorite and just go watch it after this video. You will see that's amazing for editing videos with the cinematic look very easily, even if you are a beginner. So here we are in photography and it's the same principle, it's the same process. So the first thing here is that you can use the exposure compensation if you want it to be a little bit brighter. You can play with the temperature compensation here, a bit colder or a bit warmer. For me, a bit warmer is very good. You can also play with the tint, more yellowish, more greenish, or more magenta. For me here is very good. And you can play with the difference if you have chromatic aberration. So here that's totally fine. You can enable Film Developer to play with the contrast to make a more contrasty image. As you can see here, for me that looks good that way. Now you have the film compression, so it plays more in the highlight of the pictures. As you can see here, it plays in highlight. So for me, like this is very good. For me, that's perfect. You can also play with the tonal range to give more colors, more depth in color in the picture, or more color density here. For me here, that's very good. Then we are in expand. Here it allows you to play and to set the dynamic range you would like to have in your picture. So you can play with the black point to make what is dark in your picture darker and what is bright in your picture a bit brighter. So for me here is very good. All right, now you also have a print. So you can have a different optical print, like if it has to be printed on a paper, you will see what kind of effect you will have in the picture. So here you can choose different profile. So For example, this one or even this one. But for me, the Kodak Endura glossy paper is perfect in that case. Then you have the film grain, very interesting to give a very organic look. So you can play with the amount you would like to have. So let's zoom a little bit in the picture. So you will see without it and with it. You can see the effect. I really like it. And you can also see if you want to have more grain visible in the highlight, more in the shadows or more in the midtones. So for example here, you can decrease in the highlight or you can put it in the maximum. You can see on her face here. So I'm going to put on that level. That's perfect for me. Here you have the halation effect, very cinematic tool. So here's just a very little light, red light that you will see on every edges of the pictures in the highlight. So let's enable it and you will see immediately what is red, you know. So it's getting red in all the edges, especially on the highlight. So here I will decrease it. Once again, it's not good if it's too much visible. Here for me, that's perfect. So you will just see about the halation effect without it and with it. It already gives a cinematic look to your video. Then we have the bloom effect. It's the equivalent of the mist effect. So if you already have a mist filter on your camera, you know what I mean. It just gives a more soft and dreamy look to your picture. So let's enable it and let's decrease the amount of softness in the picture. So let's just check before, after. It's just about the softness of the highlights. So let's zoom and you will see more the impact before, after. As you can see, for me, that's perfect like this. And finally, you have the vignette here to focus the attention of the people in the main subject, which is this person. So it just darkens what is around the subject. So you can decrease the exposure, for example. You can play with the size and here the feather, because look, if I decrease the feather, you can see here the round and it's not what we want. So we just play with the feather so that it's not visible. All right, for me, it's perfect like that. And now just look at the result before, after. It's totally another look, another mood, much more cinematic, much more organic. And that's what we want. And that's what a lot of people are looking for when they want more organic picture. So you see now how easy it is to edit a picture from scratch just using the enhancer film, and you have all the tools here, all the cinematic tools here that you can use to give that kind of look to your pictures. So you see with these different examples how easy it is to color grade your picture to give this cinematic look. It's very easy. And you should know that you can do the same thing for videos. You can have exactly the same mood for your videos. So if you don't know how to do it, I also use another plugin called the Enhancer Pro, and I already made a video about that. So if you haven't seen it yet, I just put it right here and just go watch this video after seeing this one. So if you want to get the same results on your pictures and have this cinematic result that will just allow you to make different from all other photographers that all have the same pictures, just click on the first link in the description. You will get minus 10% by using my link. You will get 10% discount off your purchase. So I can only recommend you to use this plugin because I use it myself almost every day. Thank you for watching this video. I see you in the next one.